Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dharma friends, when we observe these 5 aggregates, and it is we observing our very own nature. So that give the entrance to the path of the Nibbana called Eightfold Path. And the first one, Samma Ditti, or the right view. So when it comes to Samma Ditti, and the one of the right view is recognizing very clearly this, how the things happening with these 5 aggregate. That means your sensation, or from your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, these 5 senses to your inside, eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, mind consciousness. So how this recognition or the experience happening, how your life happening. So this is the freedom that Buddha gave to you. And they, in between this, there is no, you have to believe this way, you have to follow that way, you have to think like that way. No, it's giving completely freedom for you to observe and recognize. And that when you see the truth exactly as it is, it's not going to be different something whatever the Buddha or the other enlightened masters experience. You're going to experience the same thing. So that is the freedom for a follower or for a student as a teacher. And the Buddha gave very clear path. So then yourself, when you keep practice again and again, that is where the clarity arises regarding the path and regarding your own practice. So then remember yourself, when you keep practicing yourself in this vipassana, and keep that clarity, and even your own past experience, don't allow it to interfere with your present moment of practice. So that is where I say, when it comes to vipassana, there is no method that you can follow. There is no exact protocol you have to go, because you have to completely be free. So remember that yourself when you practice. And with that, today we're going to see one of the most important part in this, the existence. So as you know that in our teachings, that we talk about the cause and effect, causality. In that causality, that we talk about this, everything arises with the ignorance. Avidya patya sankhara, sankhara patya vijnana. So as a result of the ignorance, mental formations arise. Avidya patya sankhara, sankhara patya vijnana. The mental formations help you to have the consciousness. Vijnana patya nama rupa. So that the consciousness develop the name and the form. Nama rupa patya salayatana. That the salayatana means this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and this all the organs. So that's how it comes. But here I will forget about the names. I just want to mention the ignorance. So where the ignorance hide inside us. So we're going to get into that bottom. And so, you know, we have feelings. So the feeling, we have 3 kind of feelings. Pleasant feeling, unpleasant feelings, and the neutral feelings. And you know, there are 3 kind of things that as foundations hold us greed, hatred, and the delusion. So the delusion here is the ignorance. And so from there, the greed and hatred, it is mostly very visible. Then when you see a greedy person, you even very easily you can recognize, and even the angry person you very easily recognize. But it is very difficult to recognize an ignorance person. And even that person can hide inside us, and even the entire society, entire country, the whole world can hold it to knowingly maybe this person is so wise. And maybe that person can get into the highest level of the society, can be the king or the president or that the chairman in a company, and no one knows. The ignorance is that so smart sometimes. And even the person die after 100 years, 1,000 years, then the people recognize that person was ignorant. So like that, the ignorance always hide. And how you can recognize the greed and hatred? So as you know, now in the 5 aggregates, so in the beginning, whatever come to our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, so that is the form. So the form arises as a sensation. We just go with the one place. You can apply it to this all the 6 places. So a sound can come as a form, smell can come as a form, taste come, sensation come, and the thoughts can come as a form. So that is the beginning, first contact. So as a result of that, what is happening? So just think you see something to your eye, and it contact with the eye, then there eye consciousness arise. So the sensation arise, and then as a result of that sensation, what is happening? So to get into a sensation, that you need 3 things. From outside, that sensation should come, it need to contact with the organ, and as a result of that, consciousness arise. So that is the first mechanism. You can go with eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, the all. So it is about you. This is nothing about anything else. Just be focused to see that what is happening within. When you say you living, you are a being, well, you are this. So, and then what is happening? As a result of that sensation, feelings arise. This is the beginning point. Beginning point of the samsara, feeling. Now you know the sensation arise. As a result of that, feelings arise. So then, even the causality, that when we go to that pattern, avidya patya sankhara. So the sankhara is come as a result of the feelings. So now here you know how the feelings come through these 5 aggregates. Form help to get into feelings. So there are 3 kind of feelings: pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. So the pleasant feelings arise as the influence that you had with your past experience with the greed. That's where you recognizing and put a seal, this is pleasant. You feel comfortable, or maybe you had an idea, maybe you had the past experience regarding it. So you validate, it's like a plus, or this is good, this is white. So like that. And then unpleasant feelings. When the sensation arise, how it become unpleasant? To become unpleasant, it need past experience. So the unpleasant feeling arise as a result of that past experience with whatever you went through, unhappiness. So then all the good feelings arise with the help of the greed. All the unpleasant feelings arise with the help of the anger. You don't see it. It's like a gangster or the drug seller or somebody using the power in the society, but behind the politicians and the law and enforcement and everybody help for this guy, and somebody give the money this person to behave like that way. So otherwise he is not independent, but he has backup that from behind it, somebody back up and then protect him. So he knows that, and then he do whatever he want. So the same thing happening when you have the greed. When the sensation arise, you recognize it as a pleasant. It come as the influence of the greed. So that greed you don't see in the beginning, in that very moment. Unpleasant come as a influence of the anger. It also you cannot see in that very moment. You just hold it as a feelings, but the feelings never going to come if there is the unpleasant feelings never going to come if there was no anger. And then the neutral feelings. See that now when the pleasant feelings arise, you can see and you validate it. Even unpleasant feelings arise, that is good, you recognize, maybe you can hold it. And there is something in the middle you neglect. So that is neutral feelings. This is the most dangerous feeling, not the anger, not the greedy. Why? This neutral feelings bring the facilities to your samsara. Why? Because it neutral, you cannot recognize as a result of your ignorance. You don't see it as like that. So in the society, in day-to-day life, there are things happen to us. And it just happened in the moment we don't recognize it. It's just a ordinary way things happening. But suddenly when it hit you and you say, oh, I didn't recognize it. And when you make a mistake, you say, oh, I thought it is okay. So it was neutral. So that it became neutral. Why you didn't recognize it in that very moment? What is the reason? Because the ignorance played the role in the middle. So for the greed, all the pleasant things, when you hold, the greed hold the power, and for unpleasant things, all the anger hold the power, and for all the neutral feelings, the ignorance hold the power. Look for a day sometimes when something neutral we neglect. That is where mostly, if you look at the if you are familiar with the art of the war, and it in that book it say exactly the same thing even in the physical world. Because don't attack when the army is so powerful and come towards. So that is kind of like the greed. And don't attack when the army is back up, because maybe they have a kind of like a second plan, or it's kind of like anger. And always trying to place to attack when they are settled down and neutral. Why? When the neutral situation come, we relax. That is where we put the tents and everything settle down, and that is the place attack. The ignorance the same. That is why we are in the samsara. You are careful about the greedy, and you are so careful about the anger in between this. You so and mindful and working, neglecting all the neutral feelings. That neutral feelings influence the samsara. That is what you have to say. So then how you have to balance this all three? It doesn't matter pleasant feelings, it doesn't matter unpleasant feelings, it doesn't matter neutral feelings. Keep that all three in the same level and see this all three change. These all three feelings change. Don't neglect the neutral. Don't just see only the anger. Don't see only the greediness or the pleasant or unpleasant. This both changing. No, all the three feelings change. And you have to use your awareness, consciousness, be very clear to all the three feelings to see that all the feelings change. Don't neglect it because of the neutral. That is where this everything arrives. That is where it everything facilitate. And that is where your greed and the hatred get the more help. So once you be aware, it doesn't matter the good feelings, it doesn't matter the bad feelings, it doesn't matter the neutral feelings. These all three feelings arising, disappearing. Udaya Vaya, rising, disappearing. Rising, disappearing. When you see this, and that will not going to bring any kind of mental formations with the solid idea. When the mental formations not going to bring anything with the solid idea, the consciousness cannot facilitate or settle down anywhere. And maybe you see the change with the greediness, and maybe you see the change with the anger, but you neglect the neutral, and what is happening? The consciousness slowly settle down there. So then be very careful in day-to-day life, because that is where we mostly neglect. And you will see that anywhere it is something you have to be very careful and put your attention. And in day-to-day life, when most of the things happen to you when you are in the neutral state, even the Mara that attack mostly to ordinary people, even our own mind attack, all the karma come and get you when you are in the neutral state. So remember then, always put the attention to all these three feelings: greedy, the pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, because that is where the ignorance hide. So I hope this will help for you. And with that, I'm going to give you a little story related with this, that neutral feelings, how it can take us to the samsara. There was a very wealthy man, and he had everything, and he thought, now it is time for me to go. I had the experience all in my life. Now it is time for me to go and practice meditation. And I want to start forest life. So what he did, he give up everything. Everything means he give up everything. And then just he had only undergarment, nothing else. And even the upper body naked, just only undergarment, and he just left the palace. And then he went to the the forest and found a place, and now he settled down there practicing meditation. While he was sleeping, he noticed there was a mouse and come and start to eat this undergarment. And he thought, oh, only this undergarment, only this underwear I have. And if this mouse start to eat this is going to become a problem for me. So even I cannot keep watching this mouse every day. It's going to be disturbed for me, and I have to do some my practice. So what he did, he sometimes he go to village to find food, beg some food, and on the way he saw a little cat, and he thought, oh, this is good. Why? Because if I bring the cat, then I no need to worry about my undergarment, and the cat will take care of the rat. And so he brought the cat. Now he is happy. And he brought the cat. Now what happened? Little by little he noticed he need to maintain and take care of the cat, because otherwise the cat become hungry, and he was so compassionate. So then once a while he go, then he go another extra time to village and find some milk for the cat. And so then he start to notice, why I always I have to go to this village to bring some milk. And on the way he found a cow. And then he thought, oh, this is good for me. Why? Because then I no need to go to village. I can get the milk and then give to the cat. And the cat, when the cat become okay, it will take care of the rat. And then my garment not going to get disturbed. So he bought the cow. Now the cow start to go here and there and need to take care, and because wherever the grass and the water, cow go there. And then now it is his responsibility, because it belong to him. And he's afraid if in case this cow go to someone else farming and get disturbed, then all the blame going to come to him. So what now he has to do? He used to take care of the cow little by, and then he thought, this is not going to work. My meditation not going to work, because I have to now take care of the cow. And then when next time he went to village, and then he found a young guy, and he was just going here and there, and he told, oh master, I like to come with you. The master told, oh, this is very good, because I have the cow, this guy can take care of the cow. And he told, okay, let's come with me. And as a helper, you see sometimes the monks in the village, monks, when they travel, there is a little boy and helper, and sometimes very old man, and most of temples, and sometimes people can come and ask, can I stay here? I can help. So mostly that they give facilities. And this monk, this person also, he is practicing meditation. He thought this guy will help. So now he brought the boy. And then what happened? The boy went here and there, and when he having a free time, he used to take care of the cow. And when he having free time, he went to the village area and he found a girl. And then what happened? He bought the girl. So now this person and cannot send the boy back, and he felt compassion. He thought what to do. He's kind of like my son now. He used to take care of the cow, and it is my responsibility. And so he told this couple to stay in one place, and told, you stay here. So now they stay in there and they start a family life. And then the they had the child. And then what happened? When the child came, they gave child to, to this person, babysitting. And now this guy start to babysitting. So this is the way that happened, that neutral feelings. It is not the pleasant, unpleasant. This is what exactly does for our life. The new. This is where the samsara go. Look yourself, how many ideas you had in your life. And the mostly the people, and when they when they have the strong current to resist, and when they have the strong current to go with, the people become more mindful. But mostly people get into situations, get into habits, get into patterns in the neutral state. That is where the ignorance play the role, and that is where the samsara go with you. So from today, remember, forget about neutral and all the three feelings, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, whatever the feelings, without categorizing, start to observe the change. When the day come for you to see the change, there is no clinging to any, there is no facilitate in your mind for any feelings. So with that, I bless upon everyone. With this good practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. So during this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And as you know, now again this virus situation going to become harder around us. And I heard some of our devotees also get affected. But I just be relax yourself in case that if you get affected, and you have higher consciousness that overcome this any situation. So we bless upon all our devotees wherever you are. May our blessings going to be with you. And finally, may you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata ca me sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.